let me smack you on the ass. Yeah. I mean, that's literally what you do.
Which is, come on, Hugo, taunt when he gets you, gives you, got you, yeah, you got to write down. Like, what's up?
You guys hear me okay? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
There's a taunt.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh my
God! So I can start driving.
Now, who is clipping?
What's up, Ben Wire? No, I'm sorry to hear that, Brian.
Wow. Wow.
Testing 1 2 3. Oh, thank you, Brian. As we can get going. Let me actually buckle this in like so. That's what I was afraid of, Brian. I realized once I was getting things set up in the car here that I should have sent a tweet out like 2 hours ago about how we're going to be driving today. It's snowy, guys. It's that season here in Michigan. It's going to be some pretty careful driving. This road is entirely ice. Look at it. It's all ice. It's going to be amazing. And I'm sorry if my phone just vibrated. I guess I think I heard it vibrate.
Slow down.
Maybe I forgot to turn off vibrations.
Oh!
That's frustrating.
Hit the
Good stuff, Brian. Can't wait to get home and see it. Hopefully you enjoy it. Don't wait for us, of course.
Why did the DP go that way?
Pizza wall is hot.
That was the tightest autocorrect.
So this movie we're going to be watching, guys, is called
seen.
The Stranger from, oh shit, from
How
1946, starring Orson Welles.
The 1 or 2 frames is over top of him?
Oh, the brakes still up? Okay, I need to go home and fix that then.
He just barely had crossed him up.
All right, let's drive back. It also seems as though we're not going to be able to do these IRL streams in the wintertime. I feel like my phone is falling off of its perch. So I have to try some new stuff here. Whoa, anti-lock brakes kicking in. I'm gonna drive back, turn the brake screen off, I'm gonna drive back out again. The Stranger, Darian. Sounds like that one guy that parked by the woods that one time. Oh yeah, that was a stranger. That was a hell of a stranger. Yeah, so I think that the cold window is not gonna support my my camera. I can feel it falling off, or I hear it falling off. If I can get back home before it falls off completely, that'd be sick. If not, we're gonna have the camera kind of fall into my car seat. Orson Welles, indeed, and Wire. Yeah, more importantly, it's starring this guy, I forget what the guy's name is. His name is in the description. Edward G. something. In any case, we've watched 2 of his films already. They're both amazing. They're also both before Brian's time. He was the star in Scarlet Street, our first ever pizza in a movie. That was amazing. And he's also the star in The Red House, which is also amazing. So I really have high hopes for this film. Oh my god, the streets are so icy. It's a film noir signal, it's like a mystery. I guess the premise is that it's post World War II and there's a Nazi I guess maybe post World War I? Anyway, I guess there's some kind of Nazi hiding out in the U.S. And our protagonist is a detective trying to out him.
Freezy jumps in the flaps, right? Everyone jumps in the flaps.
Oh, God! Oh, this is bad. I wish I had a fucking teammate. Here we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna get my
oh no, I missed everything.
My brake screen turned off here, guys.
Hoop! Hoop! Oh my god, I can't believe how lucky I am.
Dude. The skills right now, dude.
And we're gonna get this drive started properly. The pizza is supposed to be ready in about 5 minutes, so we're gonna get there probably like 10 minutes later, so we should be plenty fine. While this driving is actually way more scary than I thought it was gonna be. This, all these roads are extremely icy. I'm slip and sliding everywhere. How do you feel about that new Sonic trailer, by the way, since you mentioned Jim Carrey, Darian? I watched it, and I was actually quite impressed. It's funny how the redesign makes me so much more sympathetic toward it. You'd think it would take more than that. Okay, I'm gonna do two things here. I'm gonna check my, make sure my camera's not falling down.
Fuck.
And I'm going to go inside and turn the brake screen off.
Okay. Fuck him up. Whoa! What the fuck?
What's up, Scott? Edward G.
Great game,
Robinson's gonna be
guys. Great
sick.
fucking
Let me
game.
see what's going on.
What the
seems like I've
fuck?
got-
Somebody clip that.
Camera's fine. Okay, I'll be right back,
This
guys.
game is fucking amazing.
All right, guys. Now we're talking. Cold and snow. Scott, where do you live, Scott? I'm here in Michigan, so that's just par for the course. And I hate it desperately. So I love Michigan in the general way. So I can't be too salty. How was it in Wire? You had pizza today? Because that's godlike. And Wire says here, making me want to play Sonic Mania again, huh? I kind of want to play the game again too, since I never did play the DLC. Heard the DLC was pretty insubstantial though, right? There's no new stages, just a couple new characters. Who cares? Live in Buffalo, 20 miles south of Buffalo, okay. So you know all about the snow. Yeah, I hate winter. Winter is a drag. But I usually don't get out that much anyway, so it's not a huge deal, I suppose. Let's drive hella slow here. I want to hit this guy up here. This street is literally just ice. Thankfully, I drive a four-wheel drive vehicle. It's a CRV. Could be worse. Be careful around that ice event. I hear it's hard to drive in it. Well, yeah. Drivers don't start until spring. I'm sorry, I missed a message there. Yeah, I can't read long messages while I'm driving, guys. If I missed your message, I apologize. What's up, Dix? And we still have the nerd strike thing on there. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, sitting up pizza in a movie, it's always kind of a rush. I just actually got out, Dix. I just drove away from my house and had to drive back to my house because the brake screen was still up. That's funny. Yeah, it's good memories, though. 1-1. That was a crazy grand finals last night between EXO and Artaze. Just a drive back again. I gotta drive back for a 1-1, dude. So you live kind of close to Niagara Falls, huh? I'd like to go to Niagara Falls one day soon. Me and Newton's mused about maybe he and I and his wife going on a road trip to Niagara Falls. That'd be really fun. I should talk to him about that again. It's kind of a drag that I've seen sort of a decline in the stream's like financial support lately. So there was a time when he and I were talking about that. It seemed like something that'd be feasible, but now it seems less feasible. And now I'm grateful to just be able to, survive. Especially because I'm going to these monthlies now. I've been driving out to Detroit once a month for these monthlies, and it's kind of expensive. It's frustrating, but that's life. Oh man, these slippery, slippery roads. Slippery roads. I'm going the wrong direction insofar as this is the street. I keep forgetting it's under construction, or it should be under construction, but it has all those weird sewers sticking up out of the ground. Or that's gonna work in the snow. I don't fish. No, I've never been fishing. I've actually been fishing, I think, twice in my life with my father, but it wasn't like anything substantial. I have no clue what to do. If I went back and watched yesterday's stream, can't believe how racist you are. I know, hella racist, dude. I didn't know either, dude. I didn't know either. I was like, damn. These aren't even potholes, dude. These are some kind of whack bullshit that I've described. Like every IRL trip I've done in the past, like 3 months, I've always gone on a rant about these stupid sewers, so I'm not gonna do it again. Suffice to say that City of Lansing is out of its mind with this road work. Alright. So I got the barbecue chicken pizza. So far I've kind of been alternating back and forth between the Cuban, which is that sweet, delicious pickle pizza, and this barbecue chicken. They seem to be the best things at this place. My theory was always that they changed his name to Kuma this for exactly that reason. Now see, I Googled it today, Brian. I watched your clip, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna Google this. Why did they change Kuma's name? And I think that's why. But I think we're the only two guys on the whole internet that have that theory. I messaged KD and Mutant last night jokingly, and I was like, is that why they changed his name from Goki to Akuma? So I Googled it today, and I was like, why did they change his name? Lots of theories out there, but no one theorized that it could be because the name could be mispronounced and come off as being racist. But Capcom Unity did come up with an official statement finally, only a couple years ago, and they said, and I quote, they thought it might be hard for kids to pronounce. So I think that's their nice way of sugarcoating it and saying that they didn't want kids to start fucking using racial slurs accidentally. Yeah, and Wire, last night I was mangling Goki's name on stream, and it came out in a very unfortunate way. It came out in a very unfortunate way. And I learned then, and only then, for the first time in my life, how racist I was. There's a racial slur against Asian people on Wire that was used, mostly by boomers back in the day. All right. Take your time, Scott. Good evening, Ryan. Good evening. Welcome to the 1-1 stream. Driving in the snow sucks ass. I think I'm driving too far. Driving in the snow sucks ass. Is this Washington right here? I hope so. Also, look at that. I haven't seen any of these. No, this is Bradley, huh? I think they fixed the road. I think they must have finally paved over those sewer grates, or whatever they're called. Manholes. Alright. Either that or they shaved them down. I have no clue what the fuck they did. I don't know how they fucked up in the first place. So Ryan thinks that Amazon, I missed a message here from Dix. Yeah, I missed it, fuck. If I can scroll down here, we're at a red light. There's only one slur I can think of that's spelled remotely like Goki or whatever, but that's pretty far off, isn't it? Well, no, not at all. Not at all, Dix. Consider that back in the day, people were pronouncing all these Japanese words. This is before we had, like, fucking, the big anime revival here in the U.S. So, considering that the word you is spelled Y-O-U, you, I don't think it's hard to imagine that a kid could mispronounce Goki in a way that comes off as a racial slur. What's up, Wade? We're getting that pizza, dude. Come back and watch this movie. I'm really pumped, guys, honestly, about this movie. If this movie ain't good, I'll be a monkey's uncle. It's got Edward G. Robinson in it, which is a guy we've watched star in 2 other films. I'm not sure what the hell's going on with this guy and why he's in all these public domain films. But he's an awesome actor, and both those films we watched in a minute were awesome. It's going to be directed by Orson Welles. It's a film noir mystery. It's going to be sick, I think. I don't know how long it is, though. But we have plenty of time to watch it before we're scheduled to play Darkest Dungeon. Good stuff, then, Wire. Get that ramen. Pizza and egg ramen are good after each other. It'll be your first film noir, says Ryan, huh? We've watched supposed film noirs. What I found was, when you watch like documentaries, they list certain traits of the genre. What I found is a film noir exactly. In fact, from what I've read, this film that we're going to be watching tonight is going to be the closest. Wow, it's so beautiful, man. I wish you guys could see that sick ass. We're driving past like a big factory on the right over here, and there's a steam blowing out of it. It looks so nice. It looks like an FF7 shit. The difference is Goki ends in a fucking eye, you dip. That's true, but you could. Suffice to say that you could turn it into an adjective. You could be a dumbass on stream and intentionally mispronounce it, only to find that you've made a terrible mistake. Alright, here's the pizza place, guys. I'm still a little ways off. Never mind, I'm stupid. Yeah, I think they changed Akuma's name. Oh, you mean Kooks? Yeah, but if you put let's say you were to make it into an adjective, right? That'll append a Y onto the end. I can see how they just want to avoid that. All about eating cooks. Delicious cooks. Hope these cooks didn't fuck up my pizza. I'll cook these cocks. I don't see why not. Why would that do? Alright, guys. Yo, Venka, get me a slice too. Mushroom pepperoni. I don't know. That's not how it works here in Michigan and Wire. I know y'all in New York fucking have pizza literally just ready to buy, but here, cook that shit. You gotta order it by the pizza, not by the slice. If you want a whole mushroom pizza, I can get that for you. And I can mail it to you. But aside from that, we don't really have much of an option. Son of a gun. Movie night in Hoboken. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this film. I got a really nice copy of it off of BitTorrent again. Shout out to BitTorrent, guys. I discovered that, 3 streams ago? 3 pizza movies ago? And it's a great way to find really high-quality films. Once again, it actually exceeds the quality I was able to find on archive.org. So I'm going to upload this after the stream's over to archive.org. So the archive has this BitTorrent. So fuck BitTorrent. Buy the pie only, dude, not by the slice. You gotta buy a whole pie. That's just the way it is. I guess they can do that in New York by the pie, by the slice, because they just count on the fact that there's going to be enough customers. Such a dense population, they can rely on the fact that there's going to be so many customers they can sell the whole pie before it goes bad. But here in Michigan, anyway, you got to cook the pie for you on an individual basis. All right, guys. I'll burb. Fuck this season already. It's only been snowing like this for like 3 days and it's already a fucking nightmare. Okay, grab this pizza. It's gonna be amazing. You have an attachment in Discord? I can try. This pizza smells incredible. Okay. Put that back there. That'll do. You know, Rick knows about Cottage Inn. How you doing, Rick? Rick, do you need me to make a smash for the December 1st monthly? Jon Snow. Yeah, Rick is a god, dude. Rick ain't scared of no snow. He ain't like me. I hate this shit. Yeah, do we have a smash yet for the December monthly on the 1st? Or am I wrong? Is that going to be the Jazzy monthly, perhaps? Yes, Ryan. Yeah, Clay Fighter tournament on RetroArch. I have an idea. So basically in the past, I haven't been able to run RetroArch events on the stream because it's such a huge pain to set up. But what if I were to create a portable version, Ryan? Like a portable version, so that I could just send somebody a zip file and it would actually make it work. Maybe I can figure that out. I have to change some of the configuration files. But maybe I can make it work. I don't know. I Googled it to see if it already existed and it does not. Apparently, it's not a thing that exists. This part of that pic was the empty case of Budweiser in the corner. Yeah, that was sick. Poverty game night, man. Chopping wood. Eating good food. It might be great to see how you pros handle some questionable fighting games. Well, if you guys want to watch some obscure fighting games, make sure you guys are following twitch.tv/povertygameNight, one word, no underscores. Poverty Game Night here on Twitch. They stream all kinds of fighting games. Third Strike and more obscure stuff. SNK stuff. Random stuff from the SNES era. I bet you if you guys requested them to play Clay Fighter, they probably would, to be honest. They're crazy. They'll play anything. They played Turtles Tournament Fighter, Sailor Moon S. I know those boys would play some Clay Fighter. And probably get godlike at it. I realize my viewers are retarded, so why don't I just do it for them? In my retarded viewers' defense sticks, it's a huge pain in the ass. I love RetroArch. I think it has a lot of potential. I think that it could be, and maybe should be, the next big emulation platform. But fuck, man. I really feel like the developers, as gracious as they are to work for free, really don't appreciate enough, how important it is to make the end user experience more streamlined. Like, they put a lot of work into a lot of new features no one gives a fuck about except for them. But again, they have no incentive not to. They're developing it themselves, so they gotta put in their own features first that they want. But it is a pain in the ass to use if you're not a fucking wizard, if your whole life doesn't revolve around it. Yeah, I enjoyed watching it. What was that, Michigan Masters 2018, Rick? Or I think it was Michigan Masters 2018 where I watched you guys play Tournament Fighter. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're the world's most fearsome fighting team. They're heroes in a half shell and they're green. Don't defend us, let's naturally take its course. Whoa! Michigan. I really hope there wasn't a time limit to upload the Yumicon top 8. No, not at all, Rick. Although there has been a little bit of pressure on me lately to kind of have that be a thing that happens pretty soon. But I just keep telling the guys that I'm sure y'all are working on it and going to have it up before terribly long. Yeah, there is no in the rules. There is no limit. It's kind of just assumed that people would upload it in a timely fashion. It's been a minute, but I know you guys are doing a lot of editing work on it, trying to add names and stuff. I'll only sing Power Rangers Raw Grave if we can play Power Rangers fighting game. Or how about the one-player game? I actually own that game. Oh my god. No, the one-player Power Rangers, the SNES, the intro is so good. The intro is so good. Hey, what's going on, Rick? Something wrong with the footage? Can I help in some way? What's up, Connor? Hello. I've had problems learning to add the reel within the video. Oh, that's not that bad, dude. Why don't you let me... Here's what I'll do, Rick. Can I just send you like an AVI of the reel? Like a MP4 or whatever? Can you splice it in that way? Oh, you finally got it. Okay. Yeah, the way I kind of figured it would be done would be just, to record it in like OBS, just record the reel, and then splice it in. I got it, Rick. Yeah, this is fine. There's no big deal as long as it's loaded. Good evening, Con. We just got the pizza. We're going back home to watch this movie. I got high hopes for this one. I've got high hopes. Roger got me thinking about that Power Rangers beat 'em up on SNES. What's whack about it is that it has no two-player, which makes no fucking sense. Oh, no problem, Rick, no problem. Let me know. I can make it for you, or lickety split. It would be no problem at all. It's good to feel involved, Rick. Good to feel involved. I'm just so fucking psyched to have a actual scene developing here in a bigger way for Third Strike in Michigan. For quite a while. I feel like now it's time a bit. And any way that I can be a part of that is something I'm grateful for. What's up, varmint baby? Were you always DJ Varmint Baby, or were you just Varmint Baby before? I don't remember the DJ part. It could just be that I'm terribly forgetful. Is it Friday? We're doing hump days now. Friday's moved to Wednesday, for at least for this month. Me and Brian were talking about the pros and cons of moving it to Wednesday. But because of our new 6-day-a-week schedule, I've decided to move Fridays to Wednesday under the new moniker of Hump Day. So we're going to be doing pizza and a movie here on Wednesdays and other sorts of random stuff. At least for November. Then we'll see how that all pays. Maybe move back to Friday if need be. Cops. Vencabot justice. The Vencabot mode? Rocket played it on Sega, huh? Power Rangers. I think it was the Mighty Morphin one. So good. I think that none of the games were cross-platform for Power Rangers, which means that the Sega one was different from the SNES one. Was there a beat-em-up on Sega? Because basically, some of the Power Rangers games are like arcade beat-em-ups, like Streets of Rage or Final Fight. Other ones are like fighting games, like Street Fighter. That was a huge change. Okay, DJ Varmint Baby. DJ Varmint Baby. I'm glad that the camera seems to be sticking in place even though it's kind of cold out. I heard some sounds earlier and I thought it was the camera falling off the window, but I think it was just a plastic bag beside me making those sounds. I'm hoping for this to be like a new format for pizza in a movie. Drive out, get a pizza, come home, watch a film. Or it could be drive out and check out Disc Traders, come back and play the game we bought. Basically, I feel like the most fun pizza movie streams we had were when they were preceded by an IRL stream. Evening, and the sun's going out so much earlier. I feel like the IRL streams are going to be kind of, have to change up. That's why I'm trying to push this. If you look at our follower goal right now, it's this thing like $4 game night. Go out and buy a game, come back and play it. Because that's something we can do after dark. Whereas a lot of the things we used to do were IRL streams were more like, walking, hiking, checking out outdoor type stuff. And now that it's dark out, it's not going to be as feasible since we're starting later with the new schedule. This is one way I'm trying to keep the the IRL stream idea alive. Go for a nice little drive with the homies. Okay, let's go, Rawgrave. Dude, pizza in a movie is so much fun. I think if more people were aware of it and understood how much fun it is, they'd come watch. But as it stands right now, it's sort of got middling viewership. It's such a cool idea. We always have so much fun. We watch public domain films, which are films that are not protected by copyright, which means that we can watch them freely. We don't actually have to, there's no copyright strike. There is no one that owns these films. We can't watch, say, Spider-Man. We can't watch, say, Ghostbusters. We can watch some pretty cool old black and white films, and they've been on a whole scale of badassery. Most of them are surprisingly godlike. Only a couple so far have been kind of bad. Some are hilariously campy, but it's always a good time. You do the heavy mic breathing, especially on the Halloween streams, the October streams at the cider mill. Yeah, that shit was ridiculous. I think it could be fun, Scott. We'll see how it goes. Really, I feel like the only shortcoming of that idea is that I'm still not totally comfortable streaming inside like a store where I haven't asked permission beforehand. But I think that as these, if we do it like kind of often, I think that they'll sort of know who I am and get a feel for what I'm doing. So far, they seem to have been welcoming toward the idea. Shout out to Blue Abs, who really came in clutch and bought a hell expensive game for the stream on one of our game shopping streams. He was watching the live stream and saw a game that he thought was really good. It was kind of expensive. He's like, "Yeah, let me buy that for you." And I feel like at that time I was talking to the guy behind the counter, and he seemed to understand I was streaming and seemed to kind of play along. Rawgrave. This is gonna be a good film, dude. Cottage Inn, biatches. This pizza has been so clutch for pizza in a movie. Like, I've been trying more of their menus since Pizza Movie started, and some of the stuff is, like, ridiculous. Like, tonight we have the barbecue chicken pizza. Last time that shit was mind-blowing. It opened my mind, dude. It was like some goddamn H.P. Lovecraft shit. I can't go back now. I'm a different man. I feel like I'm turned into a fish. Oh my god. This fucking snow. That's true, Scott, but that's not correct. The worst thing to do is not say nothing. I've already asked him like 3 times on Facebook. I'm like, hey, I'm David Hernandez, Vencabot. I stream this much, and would like to stream in your store if you don't mind. Can I talk to the manager or whatever? And he's never get back to me. Okay, so I kind of went in. So basically, eventually I got bored doing that. I just went in there, and I've been going in there ever since. And it seems like they don't really super mind or anything. They don't seem to mind at all. It's just kind of awkward with a lot of customers around. I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. Hipster pie-eating sons of bitches. Don't do it, this Rongrave. Chicken doesn't go on pizza. Turn back now. You don't like chicken on pizza, Rongrave? It's so good. It'll land when I'm sorry, dude. I can't. If I could keep it from you guys, I would, dude. I'd make that sacrifice, like Amy Lee and Evanescence. But just like Amy Lee, I can't. I just can't. So it's probably coming, dude. It's on its way. Okay, I'm going to end the driving stream here and get in my seat, get the movie going. It'll be like 5 minutes max. See you guys in a couple seconds as I sit down, though. Aw, shit. Alright, I think we're ready to come back halfway here. Let me get this, peekaboo. What's up, guys? Okay, let me get these shoes off here. This is some kind of safety measure for that. What's English for what? It's always scary because the plebs don't know how to drive in it, even though it happens every year. Isn't it crazy, Lanwin? It's crazy. I think people that grew up here in Michigan or grew up in snowy climates would be familiar with how to drive, but they don't know how to drive in general, though, right? Like, why should they know how to drive in the snow? They can't even drive when it's not snowing. People are just ass at driving. Except for me, I'm great. Everyone but me is ass. Do you ever think of just streaming classic retro games with pizza? I think that eating while watching makes more sense than eating while playing. That's kind of my feeling. I considered it, of course. It'd be nice to not have to go on break to eat sometimes, like just stream and eat, but that's not really, I don't think it's going to necessarily be for me. All right, so I'm going to do this now. Okay, I need to put the break screen here for a couple seconds while I plug this in. Yeah, Brian, that'd be scary as fuck. I wouldn't want to drive in Texas. So you're Australian, huh, Rawgrave? Thank you, Snaps, for $7. Snap, snap, snap. I have no clue who you are, Snaps. Maybe you're a friend of mine on a different handle. Maybe you haven't met. I'm kidding if you haven't met. Welcome aboard. An Aussie. There's that too, Lynn, when you get the controller all greasy. Yeah, I don't think it would really work. Could just be that I'm closed-minded. I'm definitely that. All right. Let's see here. So we can close this now. Yeah. Quit that. Let's go and open up this USB stick. The stranger. Yo, stranger danger. No, don't start on me now. It's too early. Give it a second. So let's raise the volume here to start off with. Let's rewind, go full screen. Okay, I'm going to change the mouse back over to the PC for a second anyway. The Metroid was fun, actually. It's one of those games that I was frustrated by while playing it, but I look back on fondly. William says I'd be down for chilling with Venka for retro games. Well, we do that all the time. That's the stream. Ryan says,
Thank you, Snaps, for $7.
They don't always plow the roads in Montana, and we get feet of snow sometimes, 30 inches that last month. Just had to basically get stuck at home. They forget here in Michigan sometimes too, especially in the neighborhoods, and it's really fucking annoying. Roger, don't mind the greasy controllers, huh? That's some of that deep Australian shit. They will not be deterred. They're gonna get stopped by a little bit of grease. Okay, open that up. Move the controller over. Yeah, that sounds hella scary, Brian. What a bunch of idiots. People either drive too fast in the snowy weather or they drive too slow. Like they've never, I don't know. It's not that hard to drive in snow, honestly. Like it is, you have to be more aware, you have to be careful. But it's not rocket science. Just drive a little bit slower. Slow down more than you normally would for turns. Give the guy ahead of you a little more space than normal. It's not rocket science. It's just a little bit slippery.
Like a fuerte.
In some cases, hella slippery. Oh yeah, I guess maybe I'm spoiled because I drive four-wheel, Ryan. I would not. If you're living in a snowy climate, you gotta have a four-wheel drive car. I'm sorry. Exactly, Rawgrave. Yeah, same when it rains. People don't want to drive in the rain either. When it rains out, people like just literally stop. They're like, I'm gonna drive 20 miles an hour. Bro, it's a straight line. We're driving down a straight-ass road. Just give the guy a little more space. Don't gotta flip out because it's wet. All right, let's see here. So what am I forgetting? That's good. The movie about ready to start. I need to hide these fucking scores. Shout out to Dick Sucker, to Gowd. Okay. Are we ready? Oh no, I want to get. I want to go to Discord and see if anybody puts any photos. I know Brian did, at the very least. Oh, that shit looks godlike. This is a photo from the past, though. Okay, so I'm going to take off this coat. Get this film started. You like your little Dakota, huh? And I'll never learn. Just more sand in the back and snow tires, huh? Keep way down that back end. Okay. It's going to be a good time. The movie's going to be great. Alright, let's eat some pizza and watch this movie. Before we get started, though, let me give a special shout out to my friend Brian, who posted his pizza he got a little while back before I actually set out. I'm sorry, I don't want to be here. I want to be here. So, usually for Pizza and a Movie, when I schedule a time to start, that means the movie starts then. Today's the first day of our new format where I go out and drive and get the pizza before the movie starts. And there's some confusions. We bought the pizza a little while back. It's a photo from the past, guys. This is not a pizza that still exists. This is a pizza that formerly existed. It might still exist in part. But now it is consumed at least partially. But it looks fucking godlike. Where'd you get it from, Brian? What's the name of this place? I see some jalapenos on there. Is that jalapeno? As well as some olives, which I fucking hate. But to each their own, of course. Oh, maybe mushrooms. It's like a mushroom right there. My pizza is a barbecue chicken pizza. I was scolded earlier for going for pizza with chicken on it. But, oh my lord. Look at this barbecue-ass chicken pizza. Oh my god. It looks like artwork. With the fucking grid pattern on the barbecue sauce. Huge chunks of chicken. Oh my god, Lanwin. This is Domino's, but Brooklyn-style crust. Okay. Looks hella tasty. Let's go over here. I want to hide this now. Excellent. I'm going to turn on this mouse and see if this works for us. Get this movie started, guys. Thanks for your patience. This is going to be a super great film. I was saying in the car earlier, it's directed by Orson Welles. It's called The Stranger, 1946. And it's starring Edward G. Robinson, who is an actor we've watched in our first ever Pizza in a Movie, which was Scarlet Street. That film was amazing. Then we watched a few months later, The Red House, starring Edward G. Robinson. Another amazing film. I'm not sure what's with this guy. Why he's in so many public domain films? What happened with his fucking, I don't know, maybe he was signed to a certain studio that was notorious for not renewing copyright. But this is our third film starring him. The last two were godlike. This one's looking pretty good as well. Let's hope for the bestest and get it started. It's going to make you big and round. I don't mind.
if it means eating delicious pizza. Okay. So there's something weird with this mouse where it seems like it's got some kind of weird reception issue. It's wireless. I need another wired one because this is really fucking annoying. I'm trying to get to the play button, but it's literally not going to work. So I give up. I'm going to go plug in my other mouse. Yeah, the color red. Yeah, it's always the color red. Scarlet, red house. I just realized I can't do this. I had to do something else first. Something very important we have to do. Forgot. We have to go here. I need to go nya so we can do this. Bonk. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Big and strong. Okay. Let's get it started. The Black Eyed Peas. Hang on. That's fine. We'll do it. It's not a mousepad issue now. Orson Welles, Edward G. Robinson, Loretta Young. Oh my God. I noticed it too late. I don't think I care enough. We want black and white juice that time. Thank you, Warpath, for the patronage, man. Allied War Crimes Commission. Thank you, Warpath. I know it's not easy to help out financially speaking. A new page on Patreon.
Leave the cell door open. That's all there is to it. Let him escape.
In my view, it's all very irregular. It might entail the most embarrassing repercussions.
Exactement.
Certainly.
It's a responsibility of the first magnitude.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilson, but you must see
Blast all this discussion. What good are words? I'm sick of words. Hang the repercussions and the responsibility. If I fail, I'm responsible. Leave the cell door open. Let him escape. Let him. It's our only chance.
Monsieur.
Well, you can threaten me with the bottom pits of hell, and still I insist. This obscenity must be destroyed. Do you hear me? Destroyed!
What the fuck are they talking about? So let the guy escape, right? That's their only chance to let him escape.
Todos los pasajeros desembarquen. All passengers ready to disembark.
I'm traveling for my health. I'm traveling for my health.
Tengan listos sus pasaportes. Get your passports ready.
Thank you, Warpath. I appreciate that, dude.
I'm traveling for my health.
He's nervous.
I don't understand.
Your business in this country, senora.
I'm joining my husband.
Damn.
Next, please.
What a beauty. Just a fucking side character? He'll come back.
Stefan Polaski. You take care of him too, senora. Your business in this country,
She's tall as fuck.
I'm traveling for my health.
How?
I am traveling for my health.
Oh, he doesn't speak English. That's what he's saying that before.
Holland. Trata permanece. Next, please. ¿Para qué vino usted a este país, señor?
True, Robert. Also in real life. Wow, the peppers on this thing?
¿Qué pasó?
Yo lo voy a seguir a pie, tú vete en el carro.
Ah, bien.
Even Spanish, I guess. What's you, Ryan?
¿Hotel Nacional?
7702.
Somebody's watching this guy. Hey, welcome over. Crime just started.
Hello? Yes? You haven't lost him. You're sure you know where he's going?
My wife is following him. He's gone to the photographer's, probably to get a new passport and new instructions.
Hold it. I wish to know the whereabouts of Franz Kindler. Franz Kindler. There is no Franz Kindler. Franz Kindler is dead and cremated. It's a command!
What the fuck?
I have a message for Franz Kindler from the All-Highest. It is forbidden. I command you in the name of that authority.
Fucking spies, man.
You know
People walk barefoot around here over there in Australia.
is using?
Yeah, consider it, guys. Let's all start smoking. It looks cool in the movies.
Connecticut. In the United States. The town of Harper.
Son of a gun. That's a cool transition.
Harper!
Oh.
The pipe.
Excuse me.
That guy's so fucking shady, dude. I like how he's so nervous, but when he's in the fucking photographer's place, he was acting hella ballsy.
I had so many blankets.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Have a nice trip?
You know, it got so
Yes,
cold,
thank
it
you.
was 4 o'clock in the morning. I got up and lit a
Quite a
fire.
story you have here, Mr. Potter.
That's me. We sell about everything here.
Was he fucking drunk? High?
The manager, I said, hey, there's 2 rats fighting in this room. He said, what do you want for $1.25? A bullfight? About 7 o'clock in the morning, the house detective knocked on the door. He said, is there a maid in your room? I said, no. So he pushed one in. She was a cute little chambermaid. Said to me, did you ever hit a double bed? I said, no. So she said,
Yo, someone choked that guy.
of course, there was another fellow in the room with me.
Oh, he's listening to comedy, I see.
When I checked in, there we had one
This
flip.
suitcase,
The clerk said, Mr.
I could leave it here?
There's a bag off. Oh, yeah, I don't assume no responsibility. Just put it up on the shelf. It'll be there when you want it.
They're back and forth.
That'll be fine, mister.
It's pretty annoying, isn't it, Brian?
Best hotel in town?
Best place to stay is down at Mrs. Peabody's. It's just down the road here a piece.
Yeah, this shit looks great.
This way,
Still really well.
Yes, thank you.
I guess so, Crime. I guess so. What an idiot. She ain't wasting no time, man. We're gonna fucking chase. So who's he meeting with? He's some kind of spy. We're in the school now. Oh shit, what the fuck? This guy's fucking serious. What? Wow. Oh my god. Who would have thought that was gonna work? The green worth killing over? I don't know, dude. Yo, Coach Rosky. The fedora works here because it isn't worn with casual clothes. I guess you're right. He's beamed the fuck out of that guy.
I may come in?
Yes, of course.
Does Mr. Charles Rankin live here?
Yes, he does, but he isn't here right now.
The 40s guys.
Expect him?
Exactly. I may come in. Yeah, no problem. You come
In a
in.
few minutes.
How soon?
Well, a few minutes.
A few minutes. I may... I may wait here?
Well, yes, if you like.
Look
you
at
like
fucking hair,
sand?
man. It's crazy.
Thank you.
You a friend of Mr. Rankin's?
Yes, a friend.
I'm Mary Longstreet. How do you do?
How do you do?
And you are?
Mr. Rankin ought to be here now. Sometimes he stays after his last class, but he'll be coming straight here today, I'm sure.
Oh, so he's at the school looking for the
This is
teacher.
our wedding day.
You're getting married?
Yes, at 6 o'clock. I know it's most unconventional, my being here today, but I want to get these curtains up.
What? Yeah, it's quite unconventional, lady. What? You getting married at 6? He's fucking working around the house?
When he comes, which way does he come?
Why, from Webster Hall. It's the big dome building right over there, you see?
I shall meet him.
Well, who shall I say that
Comes any way he wants to, you know what I'm saying?
Franz.
Franz?
It's I, Franz.
Meineke, we mustn't be seen talking together. Go back to the church, into the woods, you understand me? Follow the path. I'll meet you there.
Oh! The detective wants this guy.
Hello, Professor
Franz.
Rankin.
Hello, man. What are you up to?
Paper chase.
Oh, paper chase?
I go ahead and lay the trail. You ought to have Jerry's job, Mr. Rankin.
What?
Take a little off that waistline.
No, you ought to go with us, Mr. Rankin.
Well, where
Is that a
to?
40s thing?
Oh, buzzard.
The woods? Well, I'd like to. I'm afraid I have a couple of things to attend
What a time to be alive.
Join us later. We'll be out till dark.
All right.
Oh, we'll catch up with you.
What? So what are you guys doing here? They said paper chase. Then he pulled out a bunch of paper out of his pants. Ryan. What? Yo, the 40s were a magical time, guys.
Meineke. Yes, Meineke. I thought I had been hanged. The others, but not I.
See, they let him free on purpose to
That
catch
man
this
could
guy.
not stand face to face with you, Franz.
You're not much changed. You're back in your old uniform. Look very much the same.
I guess,
Franz,
Brian.
I am a
Just from an
different man than
MMO.
before.
Yeah, pretty much, Crime. That's what he said to him.
I too am different, Conrad. You know how I gathered and destroyed every single item in Germany and Poland that might have served as a clue to my identity. Well, guess what I'll be doing at 6 o'clock tonight? Standing before a minister of the gospel with a woman's hand in mine, the daughter of a justice of the United States Supreme Court, a famous liberal. The girl's even good to look at. Yes, the camouflage is perfect. Who would think to look for the notorious Franz Kindler in the sacred precincts of the Harper School, surrounded by the sons of America's first families?
What?
And I'll stay hidden till the day when we strike again.
What?
Franz, there will be another war?
Of course.
War is an abomination, save the Lord. It is to tell you this that I am here. He set me free that I
Set
might
you
come
free?
here
Pretty
and
much
tell-
Robbie.
Who set
tell
you
these
free?
things to you. The all highest.
You don't mean?
I mean God.
Oh no.
Franz, I'm a new man since I found you.
You, Conrad, religious.
Franz, all doors were open to me. All doors. It was one of God's miracles.
No, it wasn't, dude. It's hard to sink in. Starting to sink in. All doors.
They freed you so you'd lead them to me. Have you been followed? Were you followed here?
Yes.
Who followed you?
The evil one. He looked like any other man. He was dressed like any other man. He even smoked a pipe.
Wow.
But I recognized him through his disguise. And I killed him. Striking from on high down. God's will be done.
You killed him, the man with the pipe?
This guy's nuts.
The man who followed you? No one else followed you?
You must be brought to salvation, Franz. Confess your sins as I have. Proclaim your guilt. Only thus you can attain salvation.
He's gonna have to kill you, dude, because you know his identity.
You really think so, Conrad?
It will take strength. Such strength as can come only from God. Kneel by me, friends, and together we will pray to him to give you strength.
Wow, this guy's a little bit
I have sinned
extra.
against heaven and before thee. I am not worthy to be called thy son. Say these words after me. I despair of my sins.
I despair of my sins.
O God of all goodness, how could
God.
I ever have offended thee?
Of all goodness.
Damn it.
Hey, this way, fellas! Don't let him get away!
Paper chase, what the fuck? Close enough. Hey, this way, fellas. These are all the movies, even just a baseball shot. He's moving the paper.
Hey, fellas! There's the trail!
Wow, big brain. He's moving the paper chase, dude. The sentient paper chase has been destroyed.
This way, fellas!
The sentient paper chase.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered together here in the sight of God and in the face of this company to join together this man and this woman in holy matrimony.
Yo, guess who's back, dude? Ow. Just plain ow.
And forsaking all others, keep thee only unto her so long as ye both shall live.
I will.
Mary, wilt thou have this man for thy wedded husband, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of
So he's a
matrimony?
German spy. She's a daughter of a justice.
Wilt thou love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health.
So much drama, Rob.
Forsaking all others, keep thee only unto him, so long as ye both shall live.
I will.
Oh, picture is mind-blowing.
Good afternoon. Afternoon.
The briefcase.
Wedding?
Yep. Judge Longstreet's daughter. He's Supreme Court Justice, you know.
Bottle of aspirin, please.
Right back there, third shelf down the top. You'll see the big ones on the left, economy size. You have to get it yourself, mister. Right back there. All your needs are on our shelves. Just look around and help yourselves.
Wow, what a novelty.
Right in there. Right this one. That's it. That's it. Living down to Mrs. Peabody's?
What time to be alive, guys? He's like, wait, I gotta go get off the shelf myself?
Or should I get it myself?
Cafeteria style around here, mister.
That's right. Self-service.
The usual thing.
Yes, that's $3 even, Mr. Todd.
What a lazy ass is it,
Lemon
Ryan?
on the cream.
But all the people around here take it black.
What?
The one on the right, mister.
Oh, thank you. Who is Miss Longstreet marrying?
One of the teachers down at school.
A stranger in town.
I issued the license.
Oh.
Yep. I'm town clerk.
Wow. How's that for lazy, Ryan?
Checkers?
All right. Town clerk, huh?
Yep.
Well, that must be quite a responsibility.
Oh, town clerk runs the town, you might say. Yeah. We usually make it for 15, 20. We often play as high as 25 cents the game.
Well, that's kind of stiff for me, but...
Damn.
I'll take a flyer. Make a million, lose a million.
That's the way it goes.
25 cents a game?
I move.
All right. Well, you must know just about everybody in town here.
Not just about. Know everybody. You're on business?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. School business?
Oh.
No. Selling something?
Mm-mm.
No.
Drinking black coffee,
Bye.
playing high-stakes checkers. Getting his own aspirin off the shelf.
Oh, antique dealer. They all come to Harper. Judge Longstreet's got the best collection in these parts. Won't do you no good, though.
No, I don't suppose he'd sell. Happen to know there are any other out-of-town buyers here?
Let me see. Come to think of it, there's a fella come in this morning.
Yeah?
Came on the same bus with you.
All right.
Left his suitcase here, never did come back for it. He might have been one of them.
What, got flies?
No, he was more of the missionary.
Because I was thinking Raw Grave, that calf.
Wasn't in here but a minute, just looked in the phone book. Tiny little fella he was, thinnish, unfortunate looking. Hurt your head, mister?
No, nothing serious.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's his money-making cap. Ugh! Straight making that
You
money.
got to keep your mind on.
The hustle.
25 cents, please.
Ugh! Cha-ching! How sick would it be if you fucking won a money match in third strike?
Hello, Father.
You had a cash register right beside you.
Anybody seen my brand new
Just like,
husband?
Don't tell me he's deserted you already.
Yes, looks as if the brute. Listen,
Maybe
Ray,
a
have
den
you
of
seen
sin, huh?
Charles?
Gambling and drinking. You got fucking
Go
body.
find him for me. Go on, go find Charles. Hurry up.
Warpath, get good, scrub. That was so fast. He's left his wedding to bury the body of his friend. He killed his own fucking friend. Left his wedding to bury him.
I've looked everywhere for him, Mary, and I can't find him.
Well, I wonder where he could be. I'm getting worried.
Are you, darling?
What about?
Charles, you've changed.
Don't you think you'd better? After all, aren't we supposed to be going on a honeymoon or something?
Give me 5 minutes.
Ooh, what an awesome actor. It is tradition. Ooh, that guy's so sick. This guy seduced a woman in less than 12 months. Now they're getting married in the 40s. That choice between wedding Whoopi and burying a body takes the body. You gotta take a body, dude. 100%. Can't get caught. That's weird. They're moving fast, Warpath. Yeah, like last movie we watched, Roger. Remember Most Dangerous Game a couple weeks ago.
Hello there.
Only love after the kill. First
Is
you
that
kill,
you
then you
working
love.
up there on the clock?
No, I was just cleaning around it.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. From what I can see out front, beautiful.
Yes.
My name's Wilson.
Yeah, what are you doing
on
here?
Long Street, Noah Long Street.
The 40s, just walk in anywhere.
I couldn't judge any too well out front, but I'd say it was late 16th century, probably by Hobrecht of Strasbourg. The clock.
Well, I wouldn't know. My brother-in-law's going to work on it.
Is he up there now?
No, he's on his honeymoon. He plans to work on it when he gets back.
Oh. Is he an expert?
Well, yes, but it's really more of a hobby with him.
Really? Well, it is with me, too. Honeymoon?
Yes, he and my sister. He has to be back on Friday because of the examinations.
Oh.
He's one of the teachers at the school.
Interrogation.
His name is Rankin.
Ooh.
It's nice to be able to show it to someone.
Before
who
you just
knows
walk
what
into
it
anywhere,
is
houses, the clock towers,
about.
I'm saying, schools.
But personally, my specialty is pewter.
After hours?
Oh, yes, pewter. The Revere workmanship, although sometimes heavy in design, almost invariably shows the sign of a master craftsman. It's beautiful.
Noah.
Hello, Mary.
Hello, honey.
Oh, Mary,
Adam.
dear. Mr. Wilson, my daughter, Mary.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Wilson? I'm
My
glad to see
son-in-law,
you.
Charles Rankin.
He's the justice.
How do you do?
I hope you don't mind my intruding on your homecoming.
Good evening, Mary.
Jeff, how are you?
Fine. You're looking good.
Oh, I couldn't
Welcome
be
home, Miss Mary, dear.
Sarah. Oh, Sarah, you sweet thing.
If you don't sit down, it'll get cold.
Come on, Jen.
So glad.
They're back from the honeymoon now. I
Sister,
guess.
how are the mountains?
They were going to be marvelous. Mr. Wilson, will you come sit over here on my right? Jeff, your usual place, and darling, you're right there. You ought to see Charles on skis. He's absolutely wonderful.
No.
Yes, darling, you are, and I'm pretty good too, aren't I?
Very.
Well, for a beginner.
Good at skiing, huh?
Knees together and your apparatus in.
Like someone from Europe.
Actually, I did.
Mr. Wilson here is compiling a catalogue of Paul Revere silver.
How nice.
Mr. Wilson is also an authority on clocks.
Oh, really? That's Charles' hobby, too.
Yes, though your brother tells me. I understand you're going to fix the one in the church tower.
Well, I may try.
Well, that's quite an undertaking.
I'll show the kind of a wife I am. I hope he fails. I like Harper just the way it is, even to the clock that doesn't run.
Have you been at Harper long, Mr. Wilson?
Since Friday, a week ago.
You lost today. I patched you up on Friday. By the way, how's the head?
Oh, very much improved, thanks to
How's
you.
the head?
You were hurt on Thursday, remember? The day of the wedding.
Yes, that's right. Wednesday, I left Bangor.
Uh-oh.
You were hurt, Mr. Wilson?
Oh, nothing serious.
Well, serious enough to raise a bump on his head the size of a billiard ball.
The usual door.
It's a good thing you're back, sister. That dog of yours has been inconsolable.
Well, all right, Red. Wait a minute. Here you are. This is for missing me. How's that? Yeah, it's a good boy. How was your meeting, Adam?
Oh, irritating. Foreign Policy Association.
I read that fellow's report.
Standish, yes.
I think he's full of prunes.
Well,
Ooh,
that's the
full
way
of
we used to
prunes?
talk
Yeah,
in the
what a roast.
1930s, Noah.
Standish? The London Times man in Berlin.
Yes, of course, he was quoting rumors mostly. Men drilling by night, underground meeting places, pagan rituals.
Do you believe him, Pop?
Well, anything's possible.
I'm sorry, sir, but I think it's ridiculous. Well, there may be some fanatics, but no German in his right mind can still have a taste for war.
Do you know Germany, Mr. Rankin?
Do you?
I'm sorry, I have a way of making enemies when I'm on that subject. I get pretty unpopular.
Well, we shall consider it the objective opinion of an objective historian.
Historian? A psychiatrist could explain it better. The German sees himself as the innocent victim of world envy and hatred conspired against, set upon by inferior peoples, inferior nations. He cannot admit to error, much less to wrongdoing, not the German. We chose to ignore Ethiopia and Spain, but we learned from our casualty list the price of looking the other way. Men of truth everywhere have come to know for whom the bell tolled, but not the German. He still follows his warrior gods, marching to Wagnerian strains, his eyes still fixed upon the fiery sword of Siegfried. And in those subterranean meeting places that you don't believe in, the German's dream world comes alive, and he takes his place in shining armor
What a
beneath
poet.
the banners of the Teutonic Knights. Mankind is waiting for the Messiah, but for the German, the Messiah is not the Prince of Peace. He's another Barbarossa. Another Hitler.
Damn.
Well, then you have no faith in the reforms that are being effected in Germany.
I don't know, Mr. Wilson. I can't believe that people can be reformed except from within. The basic principles of equality and freedom never have, never will take root in Germany. The will to freedom has been voiced in every other tongue. All men are created equal, liberté, égalité, fraternité, but in German...
There's Marx. Proletarians unite, you have nothing to lose but your chains.
But Marx wasn't a German, Marx was a Jew.
But my dear Charles, if we concede your argument, there is no solution.
Well, sir, once again, I differ.
Well, what is it then?
Annihilation. Down to the last babe in arms.
Charles, I can't imagine you're advocating a Carthaginian peace.
That's your husband, lady.
Well, as an historian, I must remind you that the world hasn't had much trouble from Carthage in the past 2,000 years.
Well, there speaks our pedagogue.
Speaking of teachers, Mr. Wilson.
Yes, yes.
That's your husband,
the
lady.
faculty is coming for tea next Tuesday. If you have nothing better to do,
I'm saying,
would you
Ryan,
like
holy
to join
shit.
us?
I'd like to, but my work here is finished. I'm leaving Harper tomorrow.
Yeah, you're leaving tomorrow.
Extraordinary, isn't it? Clocks being Mr. Wilson's hobby, too.
Yes, isn't it?
Well, Red, how do you like your new house?
He loves it. Come here, Red.
What an idiot. He realized this guy's one of the one who got bonked on the head and still supposed. Yeah, that's kind of weird, man.
All right. I need to walk. I'm restless. Come on, boy.
That's good. How are you coming along?
I'll be in Washington tomorrow afternoon. You were right about Rankin. He's above suspicion.
Above suspicion. Well, he suggested annihilating the Germans, right? So he's kind of hiding in plain sight, Brian. He didn't really. He was going a little bit. He was a little bit extra about the whole thing, but he was implying there that the Germans should be eliminated because they're going to always crave war. But really, he didn't say the Germans. The annihilation's the answer. He only implied the Germans. Dun dun dun. Go check on the body.
Here, Red. Red, come here.
Return to the scene of the crime like an idiot. They always do. Wait, what? He's gonna kill the dog, too? Oh! Well, he felt the chi, dude. He felt an animal in peril. This guy's a fucking dick.
Give me long distance.
Yeah, you're right, Brian. That's what you should have said.
I-1 Washington, D.C.
So I think Ryan. I'm not gonna explain that now, dude.
Well, who but a Nazi would deny that Karl Marx was a German because he was a Jew? I think I'll stick around for a while.
Here we go. I blew kind of slow. I blew kind of slow.
What is it, dear?
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was dreaming
I'm sorry, you're just creepy as
about
fuck.
that little man.
What little man?
Oh, you know, dear, I told you about him. He came here the day we were married.
Oh, yeah, that little guy.
Light me a cigarette, will you?
Let's all start smoking, guys.
No, I've never had a dream like that before. It frightened me. Thanks. You know, the little man was walking all by himself across a deserted city square. Wherever he moved, he threw a shadow. But when he moved away, Charles, the shadow stayed there behind him and spread out just like a carpet. Wish you could think who he might have been.
You're overtired.
Yes, perhaps.
Start smoking, Rograve. It's the 40s.
Here, dear, put
Looks
this
real
out
cool.
my-
Just wake up at night for a little smoke and go back to sleep.
What was that? Oh, that sounded like Red, Charles. What in the world's the matter with him?
I put him in the cellar.
Darling, no wonder he's howling. He's never been locked up in his entire life.
Red is to live with us. He must be trained. At night, he will sleep in the cellar. In the daytime, he'll be kept on a leash.
Charles, I don't believe in dogs being treated like prisoners. Red's my dog.
That's your husband, lady.
I know what's best.
Oh my, yeah, the 40s. The 40s, look at her. Look at the 40s. That's your husband, lady. Fucking marry him after knowing him for a year. He shows up in town one day. You fall in love with a nice mustache. And he can talk all poetic like. Now look at you.
Fishing any good in these parts?
Pretty fair. Would you like to come along?
I'm afraid I've got the wrong clothes on, but the fish probably won't mind. Thank you.
Don't rush into love, guys. I'd be
I'm just not
fucking a
lucky
Nazi.
today, that's all. Would you like a candy bar?
Well, I don't mind if I do, thank you.
Yo, man.
All your folks like fishing?
Oh, my dad's great. He always brings in something.
Got hella
What about
comedy.
Charles?
Charles? Oh! I have to call him Mr. Rankin at school. I get a little mixed up sometimes. He spends most of his time on the clock, you know.
Why don't you like him, Noah?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't like your brother-in-law. It's none of my business, but I wish you'd tell me why.
Well, I like him well enough. I don't know any reason why.
Look at this guy's hair.
Don't tell me I'm butting in because I know I am, but I can't help myself. It's my business. I hate bringing you into this, Noah, but you're the only one I can turn to.
Uh-oh.
I need your help very badly.
What an idiot.
Well, what is it?
I have
Your
candy bars
sister
for
may
her.
be in great trouble. I know that you're man enough for what I'm going to ask you to do for her. The truth is, I'm not really an antique dealer. I'm sort of a detective.
Well, what do you want me to do, Mr. Wilson?
It would help me a lot if I knew every move Charles Rankin made on the day of his wedding, right up to the ceremony.
Well, I should be able to. Unless Charles realizes what I'm doing.
I'll keep him busy.
That guy's dead, right? He's gonna get killed.
Gee, Mr.
Come on, stick
Wilson,
in your
you must
brother-in-law,
be
dude.
wrong.
Everyone's doing it.
Mary wouldn't fall in love with that kind of a man.
I hope I am wrong, Noah, but that's the way it is. People can't help who they fall in love with.
Damn, that's true, Will. Be careful, though, guys. Don't fucking Nazi. Don't date for like fucking 10 months then marry somebody.
Good evening, Mr. Potter.
Good evening, Mr. Wilson.
It's not wise.
Yes, sir.
What the
85 cents.
How long has this guy's been staying here now? He's getting pretty comfortable with this black coffee.
Here you and Professor Ankton aim to fix the clock.
That's right.
High stakes checkers, anyone? The money hat. That's his money-making hat, son.
Figured to tell time rightly?
Hmm?
And will the angel circle around the belfry? Is that a man or a woman angel, Mr. Wilson?
I don't know.
Well, got boobies, Mr. Wilson?
Well, reckon don't make much of a difference amongst angels.
Well.
Give up?
No. We'll play it out. That's my privilege.
Look at these
25
fucking
cents. Yeah.
wooden checkers.
Oh, by the way, that Mr. Rankin pick up his supper this evening?
No. He generally gets through up there about now.
Yes, I know.
The money-making hat.
Gets dark early these days.
Our little man never did pick up his suitcase, did he?
Nope.
Strange.
Ain't it, though? I've been tempted once or twice to look and see what's inside it.
Oh, here we go. I got his third
Mean
ribs,
that under
yeah.
circumstances that
The
you have
waist
perfect
line,
right.
son.
You do? Well, I wouldn't want to do it without a witness.
Oh, that's me.
It is? Well, that's
Let's
all.
go, crack it open.
I'm trying to look in that thing to see what's in there. Wonder what's in it.
Soil linen,
Uh-huh.
sweater,
Uh-huh.
soap, and a razor wrapped in a towel with SS Cristobal written across it.
Uh-huh.
Pair of old shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing but religious pamphlets.
Yep, that's all.
Good evening, Mr. Potter.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Wilson.
Potter? Mr. Wilson, hi.
The money-making hat, Scott.
Mr. Potter and I have been poking our noses into somebody else's business. That suitcase. Some chap left it here and he never did call back.
That's been more than 2 weeks ago.
Did he say what he was doing in Harper?
No, looked in the phone book, didn't telephone. Kind of funny looking he was. A scrawny little feller with big starry blue eyes. Had a queer walk. Like any second he might break into a run.
Did he have a foreign accent?
Why, yes, he did. But not so much of an accent as a foreign way of talking.
Do you happen to know who he could be, Mrs. Rankin?
Why, no.
Ugh!
I was just trying to complete your mystery for you.
The 40s.
Don't all foreign strangers have to have foreign accents?
Mary, have you seen Red?
Why, no. Not since I took him home to you a couple of days ago.
He's been spending all his time out in the woods and he doesn't even come home for his meals.
Thought you told me he never ran away.
He never did.
No, that's why Noah's so anxious.
Come on, Mary.
Good night, Mr. Wilson.
Digging up a body.
Night.
Isn't that funny, Roger? I think you could see them in the reflection of the mirror in the window, is my guess. And they're trying to imply that he knew the guy was cheating.
Were you able to find out anything?
Meineke did go to Rankin's house, and your sister did see him.
Did Mary say so?
She started to. Now, your sister is a fine woman, Noah, but she must find out the kind of man she's married to.
You don't know Mary. She wouldn't listen to anything against him, much less believe.
Noah, we must arrange it so that she finds out for herself.
Damn.
Understand? Yes. One thing's certain, she knows nothing now, nothing at all. Except that he didn't want her to admit having seen someone she did see. I'd give something to know what explanation he's making right now.
I was a student in Geneva. There was a girl. The night before I was to leave, we went out on the lake together. She told me unless I promised to marry her, she'd never return to shore. Well, I thought she was joking. Naturally, but she wasn't. Before I could stop her, she stood up in the boat.
Like, I should get my candy.
I dived in after her, but it was too late. She was gone. Only one person knew we were on the lake together. Her brother. He knew I hadn't murdered her, but he told me he'd be willing to call it an accident for compensation. I gave him all I had and left Switzerland. As the years went by, I allowed myself to believe that the dead past really was dead. And then, on our wedding day, Mary, he appeared again. Her brother, the little man.
Wow. This is meta acting, guys. He's an actor.
All the money I had
acting while he's acting.
And he went away again.
Darling, you should have told me. And not carried this awful thing around by yourself.
He's a genius.
You're a very wonderful person, Mary. I love you very much.
Oh my God! Don't kiss this Nazi.
Oh, Charles. Why didn't he go back for his things?
Well, I suppose once he had money, he could afford better. Darling, I'm terribly nervous. I think I'll work up in the clock alone tonight by myself. It will calm me.
Did you taste the lies on his lips, lady?
Of course I understand.
Shall I walk you home?
No, dear, there's no need for that.
Oh my God! You're right, Roger. You know what it is with this dad. He has that puppy dog face.
It's pretty late.
That's all right. In Harper, there's nothing to be afraid of.
I don't know if that's true. I know it's the 40s, but
I love you.
It won't last forever, lady.
Poor old Red. He heard my whistle, I'll bet. He couldn't bark or anything. He just crawled this far and died. Why do you think he died?
Well, let's go and find out.
Uh-oh. What's up, Lil B? If that fucking Nazi killed that dog, dude, I swear to God. What's your name, Lil B?
That's young Longstreet's dog, Red. Looks like he's dead to me.
Yeah.
They're taking him up to Dr. Lawrence's office. Would you know anything about it? Wonder what in the world's the matter with him?
Coca-Cola.
Checkers. 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 Checkers.
Let's buy Coke, guys.
No, no thanks.
Got the label facing the camera and everything.
That Coke's a nickel. Thank you, Mr. Rankin.
Nickel for a Coke, huh? Playing for $25 on, or 25 cents. That's $25.
Oh, Doctor, how long could the dog have lived with that amount of poison in him?
Oh, not more than a minute or so, I'd say.
Well, then Red must have been poisoned within a few hundred yards of where you found him, Noah. And the latter part of the distance, he must have been moving slower and slower.
Well, that guy is, he's a doctor working fast back in the 40s.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thanks, Jeff.
Mr. Peabody, would you please get that magazine rack in and hurry up about it?
Yes, Mr. Potter.
Hurry up about it. Move along and... afternoon, Mr. Wilson. Afternoon, Noah. Bring him right in there, will you? Please, right in.
Fucking Nazi. In the 40s, who knows, Rodriguez? I just beamed him. Give him a crutch up in the side of the neck. Bah!
What does the law say about this kind of murder? Is it the same as killing a man? It ought to be. It's just as bad.
It's the 40s, Noah.
Fourpaw's muddy. No mud on hind. Dry leaves mixed with the mud. Red must have been digging somewhere in the woods.
Have you any idea what for, Mr. Wilson?
No, I've got an idea.
A body, I think. Minor case.
The little man. Then...
Let's all buy 40s clothes, guys. I want that guy's jacket so bad.
Just caught me.
Anything wrong?
Wrong? Oh, you mean closing up like this?
Yeah.
Just going on a search. What you after?
Found a machine on what search?
For the body. State police deputized half the town. Just reach up there, fourth shelf.
One misses the news up in the clock tower. What body are they searching for?
I bet this fella left his bags here. Scrawny little duck. Unhappy looking. I knew he'd come to a bad end.
No.
That ought to be 15 cents, mister. Professor, I'll just put it on your account.
Uh-oh. We have to, Roger. We gotta get a checker's hat, dude. That money-making hat. So people know you're getting that money.
Oh, Sarah told me you're up here. Well, why are you packing? Are we going somewhere?
We aren't, dearest. I am.
What are you talking about?
As a rule, men leave their wives because they don't love them, but I must leave you because I do. Oh, you won't object once you know the kind of man you married.
What?
But you are the man I've married, and that's all that matters. Darling, I meant it when I said for better or for worse.
Ugh, 40s.
Even to killing Red.
Dun, dun, dun.
You couldn't. It was an accident.
No, I meant to kill him. Murder can be a chain, Mary, one link leading to another until it circles your neck. Red was digging at the grave of the man I killed. Yes, your little man.
You killed him?
With these hands.
Yeah.
The same hands that have held you close to me. Now, are you satisfied to let me go?
Why? Why did you do it?
I'd have given him all I had, but his dreams were far grander. He knew that your father was well-to-do. He knew that Justice Longstreet would be glad to protect his daughter from any scandal by paying a few $1,000s. Oh, Mary, I should have gone away and lost myself in a world where he could never find me, but I loved you.
No, mate.
I was weak.
Darling. If one of us goes, we'll both go.
But you killed his. You killed your
You would
dog.
have shared half my trouble if I'd had any. Charles, what is there to connect you with that man?
Nothing, actually. You're the only one that knows I knew him.
Well, then you need have no fear. If I'm the only one who can speak.
But Mary, in failing to speak, you become part of the crime.
But I'm already a part of it.
That 40s loyalty, right?
Because I'm a part of you.
Aw, this is kind of
But
sweet.
you shuddered at the first touch of my hands as though it was the touch of death.
Guys.
Nerves. Oh, hold me close, Charles. Hold me close.
That's kind of a romantic, actually. Kind of a creepy Nazi kind of way.
Mr. Peabody, you go back to town with the sheriff and open up the coroner's office.
Yes,
I knew
sir.
darn well it was the same feller. Of course, he's changed some. Being buried in the earth does it. Evening, Mr. Wilson.
Evening, Mr. Potter.
Evening, Noah.
Yeah, hardcore in the 40s.
What do we do about Mary? We can't leave her alone with him now that we know.
Well, she realizes now that whatever story he told her about Meineke was false.
That's not true. He's a
No.
mighty good liar, just that mustache.
I think your sister should be ready to hear the truth.
She can't say no. She can't say no. Hold me,
Look at
right.
the body.
I shouldn't think so.
Because I couldn't do it. I mean, I don't think I could. See, I've never seen a dead person.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Many are having to tea, Mary.
28 altogether, I think, dear.
You didn't eat nothing at dinner.
Isn't that
You'll be
rather a
fainting
lot?
again, Miss Mary.
28 for just you and Sarah?
No.
Oh, we'll manage all right.
Look at this man's face, dude.
But suppose I
Is
should...
that Orson Welles, somebody said earlier?
I don't know. I only know I'm terrified of seeing anybody or being seen.
Mary, you must get tight hold of yourself.
Ooh!
If you're determined to go through with this thing, you must know beforehand exactly what you're going to do and say at all times. Perfect naturalness at all times.
Give it that 40s look.
Darling, listen to me. Darling. I am prepared to go to the police.
It's your father, Miss Mary. He wants to talk to you.
Yes, thank you, Sarah.
Who's got that isn't? Give me that 40s look, dude. Can you guys imagine looking at your wife that way?
Hello? Yes, I think so. Just a minute and I'll
Hope not.
see. He wants me to come over.
Did he ask me to?
He said he wanted to see me alone.
There's nothing unusual about a father wanting to see his daughter, is there? Is there?
No.
Is there?
All right, Adam, I'll be right over. Don't you think that's rather strange?
Strange? No, it's strange about it. Tell you what I'll do. I'll go over to the church and work on the clock while you're with your father. And you can by and pick me up later.
I'm so afraid.
Come on,
He
lady.
was so pointed as wanted to see me alone, and his voice sounded so different.
And you know what you're going to say, don't you?
Damn. I love how Sarah's just in the room next door and they're talking about murder, yeah. Hey. What a mug.
Come in, Mary.
Intervention time. Mary, your husband's a fucking Nazi.
Something wrong?
Mr. Wilson is here on a very serious matter. We must try to help him every way possible.
What do you want to know, Mr. Wilson?
You know about the body that was discovered yesterday, Mr. Rankin.
Yes.
Did you ever meet the deceased?
No, I never met him.
Have you seen the body?
No.
Well, then, how can you be sure you never met him?
Of course, I can't be certain. Mr. Wilson, do you suspect me of something? If so, what?
Of shielding a murderer.
Yeah, she is right.
Perhaps this photograph will refresh your memory. Do you recognize this man?
Good-looking guy.
That is Conrad Meineke, commander in charge of one of the more efficient concentration camps.
Dun, dun, dun.
You know him, don't you? You have met him here in Harper.
No. I've never seen that man, Mr. Wilson.
Get your daughter in line, bro.
Putting out the lights. I've been showing your father some films, and I'd like you to see them, too. I'm on the Allied Commission for the Punishment of War Criminals. It's my job to bring escaped Nazis to justice. It's that job that brought me to Harper.
Oh, my God.
Surely you don't think that... Mr. Wilson, I've never so much as even seen a Nazi.
Well, you might without your realizing it.
I've seen a
Look
Nazi's
like other
dick.
people and act like other people when it's to their benefit. A gas chamber, Mrs. Rankin. The candidates were first given hot showers so that their pores would be open and the gas would act that much more quickly. And this is a lime pit in which hundreds of men, women, and children were buried alive.
Why do you want me to look at these horrors?
All this you're seeing, it's all the product of one mind. The mind of a man named Franz Kindler.
Franz Kindler?
Wait.
Yes, he was the most brilliant of the younger minds from the Nazi Party. It was Kindler who conceived the theory of genocide, mass depopulation of conquered countries.
Now, his idea.
Regardless of who won the war, Germany would emerge the strongest nation in Western Europe, biologically speaking. Unlike Goebbels, Himmler, and the rest of them, Kindler had a passion for anonymity. The newspapers carried no picture of him. Oh, no, and just before he disappeared, he destroyed every evidence that might link him with his past, down to the last fingerprint. There's no clue to the identity of Franz Kindler, except one little thing. He has a hobby that almost amounts to a mania. Clocks.
Dun, dun, dun.
So have lots of people. You, yourself.
Well, I'm not quite finished, Mrs. Rankin. In prison, in Czechoslovakia, a war criminal was awaiting execution. This was Konrad Meineke, one-time executive officer for Franz Kindler. He was an obscenity on the face of the earth. The stench of burning flesh was in his clothes. But we gave him his freedom on the chance that he might lead me to Kindler. He led me here, Mrs. Rankin. And here I lost him. Until yesterday.
Dun, dun, dun.
Your dog Red found him for me. But unfortunately, Meineke was dead and buried. Now, in all the world, there's only one person who can identify Franz Kindler. That person is the one who knows definitely who Meineke came to Harper to see.
Uh-oh.
No, he's not a Nazi. My Charles is not a Nazi.
You were in Rankin's house during the afternoon of the day you were married.
Where?
In Rankin's house.
Oh, yes.
Did anyone come while you were there?
Not that I remember.
Now, try hard to remember. It's not so long ago. Only 2 weeks. You were hanging curtains.
No one came.
Were you alone all the time?
No.
Who else was there?
Who?
Charles. He came right after his last class, and we were together for more than an hour. You have nothing to link my husband with this man, Kindler, except a wild suspicion.
You crazy
It's a
dame.
ridiculous suspicion. You're trying to use me to implicate him, and you can't. You can't involve me in a lie. That's all it is a lie. It's a lie, you know.
My God.
It's a lie.
Mary.
Yo,
Mary.
it's the 40s, guys.
Wait a minute, Mary.
You can't get divorced in the 40s. She married a Nazi. Now she's stuck being a Nazi wife. God damn it.
Wait a minute, sister.
Sister, is that your daughter?
That's better.
Maybe not. Maybe that's her older brother. Oh my God. That's what happens, guys. You meet a girl on OkCupid. You're going out for a few weeks. She's a Nazi.
You know that your welfare and Noah's means more to me than anything, don't you?
Yes.
You've got to face this thing with complete honesty, sister. Your entire happiness may well depend on your telling me the absolute truth. If Mr. Wilson is right, and you have innocently married a criminal, well, then there is no marriage. There's no call upon your loyalty as a wife.
He's good. He's good. He wouldn't hurt anybody except to protect somebody he loved. He's good.
Well, then the truth can't hurt him. Charles was not with you that afternoon, sister. I remember you saying so when you came home.
You're against him too, Adam. Yes, you are. You've never liked him. That's why you don't believe me now. Leave us alone, Adam.
My God.
He's not a Nazi. He's not one of those people. He's not. Leave us alone.
She has the facts now, but she won't accept them.
Jesus.
They're too horrible for her to acknowledge.
Oh, Ryan, she's that dude's wife, man.
Not so much that Rankin could be Kindler, but
You got
she
that
could
good
ever have
D.
given her love to such a creature.
Got that good Nazi D. Got her
But we
brainwashed.
have one ally, her subconscious. It knows what the truth is and is struggling to be heard. The will to truth within your daughter is much too strong to be denied.
That is his daughter? Why do you keep calling her sister?
Well, look
That
here,
thing they did back in the
Wilson.
40s?
If he's not Charles Rankin, we should be able to expose him without too much difficulty.
I'm not interested in proving that he isn't Charles Rankin. I'm only interested in proving that he's Franz Kindler.
How do you propose to do that?
Through your daughter. If I'm mistaken, she's headed for a breakdown. That's the usual result of a person being inwardly divided. Rankin will recognize this, and that's what I'm banking on.
What do you mean?
Well, he can't afford to trust a person approaching hysteria. He won't. He'll have to act. He may try to escape before she collapses, which would only be an admission of guilt. Or...
Go on.
We may kill her. You're shocked at my cold-bloodedness. Well, that's quite natural. You're a father. And it's because you are a father, Judge Longstreet, that I'm talking to you like this. Naturally, we'll try to prevent murder being done.
What? What?
However, the proof that murder is his aim would be the strongest evidence that your daughter could have.
You can't just...
Charles!
Dramatic clock tower confrontation.
Listen, striking. For 100 years after more than...
It was a trap, Charles, just like you said. Mr. Wilson was there. He tried to tell me that you were a Nazi. And I was supposed to believe it. Imagine you being an escaped Nazi. Oh, he thinks he's very clever, that Wilson. His idea was to horrify me into telling him about the little man.
Who did he say he thought I was?
A Nazi. Franz Kindler. He made it all up just to trick me. But I didn't tell him anything, and I didn't tell Father anything. I outfaced both of them, Charles. It'll be simple enough to prove you're not that Nazi. We'll just find someone who was in your class at college, and he'll identify you, and that's all there'll be to it.
What you say is true. He can't touch me. I'm quite safe if you say nothing.
Oh, I won't, Charles.
So spooky.
I promise I won't. They can torture me, and I won't tell them anything.
Yeah.
Look, chimes have awakened Harper.
He fixed the clock and went up in the middle of the night.
We must go down and greet them. You must act naturally.
Yes.
Smile at them, you understand?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
She's nuts, dude.
We'll face them, darling.
They drove her nuts.
And when she struck that angel starred marching, it was a sight to behold. Professor, you sure knocked it off. My hat's off to you.
Congratulations, Mr. Rankin.
Won't the rector be delighted?
What I want to know is, if she's
Good
going to
stuff,
chime
Franz.
all night long, how's the body going to get any sleep?
We'll face them, darling. All of them.
Them chickens of yours are going to be on and off the roost every 15 minutes.
They're like, where are they going? They want to hang out and party? Got the clock fixed, dude. That's sick. It's actually sick. The clock's fixed.
Sarah. Sarah, I've told you I want these curtains drawn. I don't like the sunlight streaming in. It's bad for them.
Miss Mary, that's rubbish and you know it. Up at the other house, we never close the
That
curtains.
has nothing to do with it. This is my house and I want them drawn.
Come on, Sarah. Give it the
Suit
program.
yourself, then. It's going to look mighty gloomy for the party.
Is it that time already?
Look at our tiny little pupils, dude. They did that for the movie intentionally.
Able to see when they open the
Showing a light
grave,
in her
Mr.
eyes,
Randall,
so
was
you
it
gotta
too
make people look more
horrible?
crazy.
Well, not the most pleasant sight.
Oh, there's Mary. Hello, Mary.
Filling out prescriptions, that's part of this business of hate. Sleeping pills, that's another.
Mrs. Rankin.
$1.65.
Okay.
One wrap?
No, thanks.
Sleeping pills. Don't approve of them.
No.
Man does a day's work, man gets a night's sleep. Leastways he could until that clock starts bonging every few minutes.
I believe Mrs. Rankin ordered some ice cream. Didn't she?
Ice cream?
Yeah.
Already gone. Fella said he was going past your house, so I give it to him.
The 40s.
Mr. Wilson.
40s. Guy went past your house, figured give him your ice cream. Look, Penguin Powered.
Wouldn't dream of setting foot outside the house.
He's a city clerk, Penguin Powered, and a pharmacist,
The murderer, I
and a superstar checkers player. How's your night been, Penguin?
I hope you haven't forgotten you were kind enough to invite me, Mrs. Rankin.
Oh, no, of course not, Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Potter asked me to deliver this.
Oh, the ice cream's good. Sarah's waiting for it.
I hope it hasn't melted.
Let's go. Look at this guy's mustache. What?
Well, I won't detain you any longer.
Yes.
I have a drink for you,
Oh,
Wilson.
just the medicine I need.
You know Dr. Hippard?
Oh, yes, of course. How are you, Doctor?
Doing good. Happy to be here to hang out for a bit, but it's been so
Grandma
fun.
Lawrence, can I get
Yeah,
you
the
something?
movie's just about to end.
Nothing more, thank you, dear.
If I had to guess.
To go away with the rest of
What a climax.
Where's Dr. Rankin?
Oh, he'll be here in just a few minutes.
I want to have a word with him about that clock.
Yes.
This has been the best part of the film so far, honestly. When she's in on the fucking secret.
Yes, on my last trip.
The butcher
May I get you some more tea?
at that time. And Jack the Ripper. And what was that Frenchman's name? Oh, hello, dear.
Hello.
Landru. Yes, there may well be 10 or a dozen graves out there in those woods.
10 or a dozen? Autopsy showed the murder was committed just 3 weeks ago.
May I
Full
get you some
moon,
more
wasn't
tea?
it?
Oh, thank you, no.
Jeff, may I get you another
I wish I
drink?
could remember what Emerson says about crime. Oh, there's Rankin. He may know.
Sorry to be late. I'm
Sorry.
fine, thanks.
Hello, everybody.
She should confess to the crimes. You should do.
Oh, hello there, Rankin.
How are you, Mr. Wilson?
You know
She'd be
the
like, yo, I killed that
quotation?
guy.
Emerson,
Quotation?
commit a crime and the earth is made of glass.
No, I don't.
Commit a crime and the earth is made of glass. Commit a crime. Commit a crime and it seems as if a coat of snow fell on the ground, such as reveals in the woods the track of every partridge and fox and squirrel and mole. You cannot recall the spoken word. You cannot wipe out the foot track. You cannot draw up the ladder so as to leave no inlet or clue.
You're Mr. Wilson, aren't you? Do you know you're our #1 suspect in our murder case?
Oh?
So far, you're the only suspect. Potter put the finger on you. He thinks you committed the crime to get possession of some priceless antique.
Mr. Wilson?
Mr. Rankin, I wish you'd left that clock alone. Harper was a nice, quiet place until it started banging.
Shut up.
Mary,
Hello, Cajun.
what's Wilson doing here?
I don't know.
You invited him, didn't you? What's he after?
I don't know.
Are you all right?
Yes, quite all right.
Now remember, Friday, Mary.
Yes, all right.
Good night.
Friday.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Got out of my house. It's going great, Cajun. This movie's so tense. Yeah, this chick about to get got.
May I help you, dear?
No! No!
Uh-oh.
Mary.
No.
Mary.
He's a Nazi.
It's all right.
Was Sarah gonna get it next?
It broke, and the beads fell all over the floor.
Just like in Batman. No, Cajun, yes.
He took her upstairs.
He's like a freak. He's a fucking
When I
Nazi.
left,
He is
I
Cajun.
could still hear her crying.
Well, the floodgates have opened. Her subconscious is almost won. From now on, we must know every move that Mrs. Rankin makes. She's never to leave the house unless I know where she's going. If for any reason I can't be found, she's to be detained, no matter on what pretext.
Understand, Sarah?
Don't worry, she won't get by me.
When she snapped those beads, she signed her own death warrant. We're carrying her life in our hands. Every time she walks on a slippery sidewalk, is near something that can fall, drives an automobile, anything that could result in accidental death. Her life is in danger.
Oh my god, guys.
She won't get by me.
This movie took a turn, man. This part's way better than the first part. I'm saying Cajun. Getting pretty dark, dude. Oh no, Franz! We've only been here for 4 minutes and it turns pretty quick, dude.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
Your
Today
teacher's a
we
Nazi,
will attempt
kid.
to finish with the career of Friedrich the Große, König von Preußen, Kurfürst von Brandenburg, Prince von Poland. Frederick the Great to you. 863.
That'd be 85 cents.
What's he doodling? You son of a gun! No, he's just trying to comfort himself, dude.
Hello?
Oh, Mary. Mary, this is Charles. Can you hear me, dear? I can't speak very loudly where I am, but I want you to understand this. Something very important has come up. You must come to the church immediately.
Oh, man.
The church tower. Understand?
Yes, I understand.
I don't want anybody to know that you're going there. Mary, don't tell anybody you're going. Go to the church tower and leave your car in the rear and come in through the back door.
Oh, man. Yo, Cajun. Take some blessed RNG in the chat, please. She's just a 1940s wife, bro. She don't deserve this. Yeah, she's covering for a fucking Nazi.
They're coming.
It's the 40s.
Yes, sir. Stack that wood down there with the rest of them, then get back to work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the movie Cajun's about a undercover Nazi trying to escape persecution after committing a bunch of war
Watch
crimes.
that, Mr. Peabody. Your move, Professor.
That's what he's trying to do, Cajun. You saw him sawing the ladder, right?
Where to? Well, I asked you where you was going, Miss Mary.
I heard.
Well?
Sarah, you seem to forget I'm no longer a child. I'm a married woman.
Well, you ain't been married very long.
Yo, slap this chick.
Wait, Mrs. Rankin.
What is it? I'm in a hurry.
Well, you don't need to go biting my head off.
What is it, Sarah?
Well, I don't...
If you've got something to say, say it. What is it, Sarah?
I don't know what's got into you lately. Indeed, I don't. You never was mean to me like this back at the old house.
Sarah,
Maybe I've outworn my usefulness. I'm not as young as I used to be. Maybe you don't want me around anymore.
For heaven's sake, stop talking such nonsense, Sarah.
Well, it's true, and you know it. I'm going to pack my things and leave here. Indeed, I am.
Sarah, I'm sorry if I've hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to. Really, I didn't. Sarah. Now, I couldn't get along without you, and you know that, don't you? Well, don't you?
Honest, Miss Mary?
Yes, honestly, Sarah.
Oh, Miss Mary.
Dawn.
Sarah. Sarah, please, wait just a minute. Sarah, you'll never leave me, will you?
You know how I feel about you, don't you?
Yes, I do.
It's like you was my own daughter,
Yes,
my own little girl. How could I?
Sarah, I've got to go now. Really, I do. I've promised to be somewhere.
Well, where to, Miss Mary?
Uh-oh, she's gonna crack.
Stop fussing, Sarah. It's a secret. What's the matter? Sarah, what's the matter?
My heart.
What's the matter?
I can't breathe. The pain. Oh, no, Miss Mary, please don't leave me. No, oh, don't leave me.
Yo, Sarah's fucking godlike, dude.
Keep quiet now, Sarah.
Maybe I'm dying,
You're
Miss
not
Mary.
dying.
Yo, Sarah.
I won't leave you. 130, please.
Wow, yo, Sarah's so clutch. Sarah just saved this girl's life.
Yes, Mary?
Look, I was supposed to meet Charles at the clock tower right away, and I can't get there. Will you go and tell him to please wait for me?
No!
And Noah, no one's to know where or why you're going. It's important.
Thank God it's Noah.
All right.
Noah'll be all right, right, Noah? Noah? Stop saying penguin powered.
238, please.
Let's fucking go.
Hello, may I speak to Mr. Wilson?
Mr. Wilson. Climactic
Looks like it's
showdown.
coming up for snow.
Yes, that's right.
Boy, you're whistling awful suspicious like. Uh-oh. Money-making hat.
Mrs. Rand, Mrs. Lundstrom, isn't it after hours? You ladies are working too hard at the library.
Oh, no, Mr. Rankin. We closed as usual at 3:30.
Oh, no.
You're perfectly right. I dismissed class 10 minutes early. Yes. It's 3:44. I was playing checkers with Mr. Potter, and I didn't realize.
You know what you are, Mr. Rankin? You're the absent-minded professor.
No! Oh, my. Yeah, what the fuck's gonna happen here? What a twist! What a twist!
You sure are lucky today.
I am.
You sure are.
Good afternoon, Mr. Potter.
Afternoon, Mr. Hill.
I'm sorry, Mr. Potter, I can't find him.
What?
The earmuff.
It's right over there by the mittens.
Come on, Mr. Potter, help us look.
Well, I'll be right back in a minute, Professor. Right over there by that box where I told you there was.
Those?
Yeah, latest thing out.
Oh, my. The quick switch.
How much do you want for
85 cents.
Well, that's an awful lot.
Well, they come high this year. You want this thing?
Well, I'll keep it. You know, Mr. Potter, you're a bad influence. I intended only to spend a couple of minutes. You've made me spend the whole afternoon. Look what time it is.
Yeah. I'd like to get even.
It's your move.
Set up an alibi, guys.
There, Professor. Like I told you, it's coming up for snow.
A perfect murder. Job well done, Franz.
Look here, Professor. Double or nothing?
Wow, what a cheater. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you cheated. You kill this guy too?
Afternoon, Mr. Potter.
Uh-huh, he's not gonna play with you anymore, dude. He's fucking cheating. That money-making hat on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Charles?
Yo, Cajun. Yo, bless RNG.
He didn't go to the church.
No, Sarah.
Sarah? What about Sarah?
Well, just as I was leaving, Sarah had some kind of an attack. She's resting now, yes. And Jeff said it wasn't very serious, but that I should stay with her.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good, dude. It's all good. No one knows.
What's the matter, Charles?
Nothing's the matter.
Then why did you want me to go to the church? You said it was important.
Oh, man.
It isn't important. Nothing actually. It's my sense of proportion is failing me these days.
Please, Charles, what is...
No, man.
I'm sorry. I've just begun to feel the strain. You see, I have my weak moments, too. I'll tell you in my own good time.
They found out anything more?
No, nothing is I can find out, unless you.
No, I haven't seen anybody all day. I've been in my room.
There's a rumor going around that there's an arrest to be made. My headaches. The incident of the beads yesterday made me doubt your strength. I thought maybe you'd gone to your father and told him something. If you had...
Come on, bro. It's your wife. It's the 40s.
You didn't have to be afraid.
No.
Why did you tell Noah?
Hmm? Why, what about?
Didn't you see him?
No, why should I see Noah?
Well, did you come here directly from the church?
Am I being cross-examined?
Well, no, but when I found I couldn't leave Sarah, I called Noah and told him to go there and tell you I was detained.
I told you not to call anybody.
Oh, but surely Noah...
Call him and tell him not to go.
Well, I can't. I talked to him over...
Call him, I say!
He's gone!
If he dies, his blood will be on your hands.
What are you saying?
It's your meddling that's done this. I'd have been all right if it wasn't for you. So that you had to be here. On that day. Hanging your stupid curtains! Calling Noah!
Did you kill Noah?
Yes, if he goes to the church and climbs up that ladder!
It was I you intended to kill, wasn't it?
No.
Why wasn't it I? Franz Kindler!
Dun, dun, dun. Yo, Cajun. Great
Tell
last
me, I
video.
want you to. I couldn't face life knowing what I've been to you and what I've done to Noah. But when you kill me, don't put your hands on me. Here. Use this.
Wow, dude. That's the 40s, man. She's so fucking submissive, dude.
Mary.
Oh,
Operator, get me the state police.
She's so submissive. She's like, kill me with this. She handed it to him.
Yes, the roadblocks are up. We're watching the railroad station, and he isn't hiding in the woods.
Going? Why is nobody watching the girl? She's outside of her mind. Yo, Cage, I'm invested too, dude. Penguin. Ryan says she's dead. She sounds some fucking insane shit right now, dude.
Judge Longstreet! Judge Longstreet!
Oh, no.
You get Wilson, Noah. I'll go for the police.
Oh my god. Typical female lead in the 40s, dude. Straight tripping. She ain't in no danger, so what has to happen, right?
Mr. Wilson.
Well, if he is what I think he is, it's going to be easy. We'll do everything possible to bring him back.
She's gone, Mr. Wilson. She's not in the house.
Clock tower?
She's not in the house.
I don't know.
Well, if that's what he's hiding, if she gets there before us...
Oh,
what do we do?
Call Captain Samuels.
They didn't check the clock
Get all the
tower?
help you can.
That's his place.
The church.
What about you?
I'll get there. Hurry up now. One of
my.
your sister may be still alive.
They gonna make Noah the hero now? Dude, what a fucking klutz, dude. What a fucking... What has she got in that box? She's tripping me out. I can climb with one hand. What a boss. I couldn't do that. I'd be scared as fuck. Is that what you guys did in the 40s? Are you kidding me? Is that what the 40s are like?
Don't move.
One-handed ladder climbing?
You don't need it.
I'm alone.
What are you doing here?
Lift me up.
Wow, I thought you were in the 40s, man. Just lift her up.
Why should I lie?
You were followed here?
I came by our way. Through the cemetery. No one saw me.
She's a good wife, dude. A role model for women everywhere.
I needed the excuse. I was afraid you wouldn't let me up.
What do you want?
I came to kill you.
No, Mary, it's you that's going to die.
What?
You were meant to fall through that ladder. You're going to fall.
I don't mind if I take you with me.
Damn.
You are a fool.
She's sick right now.
I
She's
searched the
sick right
woods.
now.
I watched them. Here, like God, looking into the lands. I'll hide in the woods. They won't search there again. A day or two, they'll be sure I got out of
When they
town.
find me, they'll know you're still here.
But, darling, you're on the verge of a breakdown. Now you've cracked. Why else would you leave your bed? Climb to an empty church tower in the dead of night. Any child could see you'd wind up killing yourself.
Killing is what led you here. It won't help you now. Look out the window. Look!
Well, that's an old trick, Mr. Wilson. A very poor trick.
Tricks. That's all you know is tricks. I don't need any tricks. No matter what happens to me, tricks won't do you any good. You're finished, Herr Franz Kindler.
Oh my God, Gajan.
The citizens of Harper. They've come after you. The plain little ordinary people, the ones you've been laughing at, Herr Franz Kindler. Well, you can't fool them anymore. Oh, sure, you can kill me, Mary, half the people down there. But there's no escape.
Half of them? Damn. You think he's that
Another
godly?
world and it closed in on you.
That's
Till
what I'm
there was
saying,
only
yeah.
Harper. That closed in on you, and there was only this room. And this room, too, is closing in on you.
It's not true, the things they say I did. It's all their idea. I followed orders.
You gave the orders.
I only did my duty. Don't send me back to them. I can't face them. I'm not a criminal.
You are.
Fuck your Glock, dude. Oh my God. What a bad bitch. This movie just got godlike.
Give me that gun!
Oh my God. The angel with the sword? Better stand back. What a fucking climax.
All right, Mr. Wilson, Mary's safe. Let me give you a hand.
No, thanks.
Hi, what happened?
V-Day in Harper.
Don't get that. Come on down.
Oh, not until you get me a new ladder. I've had my ankle busted and my head conked. From here on in, my friends, I'm taking it easy.
Well, I'll get you another ladder, Mr. Wilson. You've had enough trouble.
Good night, Mary.
That was intense as fuck,
Pleasant
yeah.
dreams.
The end? The end? Whoa! Well, that was an unusual film. The pacing sure was very unusual. I mean, it started off pretty slow, and it went in some directions I did not expect. Like the whole thing between, you know, Franz and his wife being a whole... I mean, that was really the soul of the movie by the end of it. Whereas in the beginning, like, only very slightly implied that was going to be a thing. It was a great war, but I liked it a lot. The occasionally go to piping. This movie had hell of smoking in it, dude. I was telling the guys in the chat that maybe we should all start smoking. I feel like after watching that film, I'm compelled to buy Coca-Cola, get some aspirin, sleeping pills, and some cigs. Yeah, that was a very interesting film. It was sick, right? It started off again with sort of a different kind of pace. I thought that the little guy, what was the little guy's name? Mike something or other? Little Mikey? I thought he was going to be more of a main character, but they took him out pretty fucking fast. And the whole thing with trying to figure out who killed him, I thought that was going to be the end. But it was not at all. That was sort of like the, you know, the late middle of the movie where they find the body. Damn. If I buy my own, then I'd be getting high on my own supply, huh? So you buy and I'll partake.
Leave the cell door open. That's all there is to it. Let him escape. In my view, it's all very...
Yeah, what an interesting film. So it starts off here where they set the little guy free. The little German guy free. He leads them to this little country town. Little idyllic country town. And everything falls apart. Yeah, seriously, that chick, you know, the female lead of the film, boy, at first I really didn't like her that much. But definitely she had some pretty good acting chops, man. I kind of love this, you know, pizza in a movie 40s era acting. It's a little bit over the top, but it's so dramatic. I guess nowadays they would call it, you know, overboard, but it seems to me that it's something about it that seems to work in these old films. I love the over-the-top characters. Like, goddamn, you know, the Franz? What a fucking awesome portrayal. I guess that was by, according to our friend Scott in the chat, that actually is Orson Welles. I don't know if Orson Welles from anybody, you know, from looking at him. But I guess that's the guy, the director. And he's the, you know, one of the stars of the film. Man, he portrayed that role like nothing. Wow, what a creep. Yeah, Edward G. Robinson was the detective. What do they call him? Mr. Wilson or something like that? I'm sorry, I'm not really paying attention to the names. But we've seen him in 2 other movies in the past on Pizza in a Movie, and they were all great.
I'm joining my husband.
What a cool intro to the film, right? With this, we kind of follow this little German guy around. It reminds me a little bit of Dementia 13, where, you know, the first protagonist of the film was kind of like a fake out, and actually wasn't the protagonist of the film. Well, that was fucking awesome. I really enjoyed that. That pizza was amazing as well. Thought he was gonna kill her with the sleeping pills he bought. Yeah, I mean, there were so many little twists. Yeah, the sleeping pills. I mean, that probably was his intention, right? He was trying to figure out how he was gonna do it. It's kind of funny that this guy Wilson, this detective, he's pretty slow. He was kind of portrayed more than once as being not as capable in terms of his, you know, observations as Franz. I mean, Franz was a fucking evil mastermind. Keeping track of, you know, his comings and goings, trying to come up with an alibi. His lying skills, like in the meta acting. Lying to his wife. I thought it was a really fun choice. I feel like the movie really took off once we started getting that relationship between, you know, Franz and his wife. Where he was kind of lying to her and messing with her head, and then she sort of started to defend him. That was something that I really didn't expect to happen. That made her kind of a much more fun character. What's up, Katie? We just finished the film, dude. We're kind of rewatching the intro here as I kind of get acclimated to this pizza I have in my stomach. It's a huge amount of pizza, guys. Like a massive amount of pizza. I ate through the whole film. Yeah, to me, the first part of the film was okay, but once, you know, his wife sort of became a part of their conspiracy, that's when things really started to heat up. That was so sick. And then in the end, she goes to kill him. Oh my god. We got femme fatales in the 40s. She was the good wife, man. But she didn't like being lied to. She didn't like getting that Nazi dick. She goes, "Oh, that was a Nazi dick? All right, then. Catch this clock." Oh, my. That was crazy. What a crazy ending, man. How cool was she shooting up with the gun when he's in the fucking rafters? That was an iconic-ass scene right there. They're all like literally like they're talking about how they're gonna kill each other. That was some Mr. and Mrs. Smith shit. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill your ass. He was like, I'm gonna kill your ass, bitch. And he was like, she's like, no, I'm gonna kill your ass, you son of a bitch. You ready to die, asshole? She was fed up, man. She was mighty fed up. I'd be fed up too if I found out I was getting dicked by a Nazi. Orson Welles is in all of his movies. Huh? A lot of times he's in the background, just a face. Like you mentioned that earlier, Scott. Yeah, he's usually just in the background. He was a star, the star of the film. And he did an awesome job. I guess he can not only direct, but also act. I mean, man, what an awesome villain. I love that guy as a villain. This is one of those films where, you know, the villain is as fun or more fun than the protagonist. Well, the kind of guy you love to hate, man. What a fucking asshole. What do you say? I'm going to go on a very short break here, I guess, guys, and come back with Darkest Dungeon. Thanks for hanging out, guys. That was a lot of fun. That movie ended up being really, really sick. The first part I was kind of like, a little bit lukewarm, but by the end, I really, really enjoyed it. Guys, as usual, if you guys enjoy hanging out, want to keep the channel on, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/Vencabot. I stream for 6 nights a week now, for 6 hours a night. And when the stream ends, we're going to stream all night long, guys. It's a lot of work. It's exhausting. I'm tired, but it's something that I think is worth doing. If you guys agree, Patreon's a great way to help out. You can also help out through Twitch subs. It's not quite as cost-effective, though, because Twitch does take half, sadly, of the Twitch subs. But still very much appreciated, guys. You can also help out for free by following on Twitch. Tell your friends we're here, save clips, come by and watch Pizza and a Movie, co-commentate, and subscribe on YouTube. And the video goes live every single day on YouTube. That's daily videos on YouTube at 10:30 in the morning every day. Every other day is Third Strike. Every other day is something else. Like Pizza and a Movie, guys, and go watch Scarlet Street, starring Edward G. Robinson there. That was a great film. Also, The Red House just went live on YouTube. That was a sick movie starring him as well. What an awesome trilogy. Anyway, I will see you guys in probably like 5 minutes with some Darkest Dungeon. Until then, peace out. I'll be right back. I'm going to go wash my hands and figure out what I'm going to do with the remainder of this pizza. I have like 1/2 of a slice left. And we'll get down with this Darkest Dungeon. I'm going to raise the volume here for you guys while I'm gone so you guys can enjoy some background noise.
Did you ever hear the double bed? I said no. So she said, I just came out. Of course, there was another fellow in the room with me. He was at the desk when I checked in.
This suitcase.
I
put it in his bag.
I assume no responsibility.
Just put it up on the shelf. It'll be there when you want it.
I'll buy this magazine.
That'll be a dime, mister.
What's the best hotel in town?
Best place to stay down at Mrs. Peabody's. It's just down the road here a piece. This way, mister.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't